Dude, I want to give you a quick call to tell you that I'm going to start working on your birthday present, even though it's a couple
Oh,
days late. But I
nice.
just want to assure you that it will be stupid,
Yes.
unethical, and unsafe.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
hope you enjoy it.
Wow. I'm excited. Okay.
Wow, that barely removed anything. This is absolutely not the right tool to be doing this with, but I think that's going to be the least concerning thing you're about to see. If you ever use this thing and find yourself in a court of law when it inevitably slides out of your hands, I'm hoping that this disclaimer right here takes the wind out of the prosecutor's sails. They are not sponsoring me, so their label goes in the trash. I bet they'd pay me $100 not to use their axe for this if they knew what I was doing. What corporate lawyer thought it was even a worthwhile endeavor to put safety warnings on an axe? They've been around for a number of years, and I don't really think you're gonna do anything to make them less of a meat grinder. Ah, drew this guy with his arm too short. But that's probably what's going to happen if you use this thing. Well, you know what? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Let's lean into it. There we go. It's an interesting experience when you're at Home Depot and you're buying just an axe. Normally, if you have a bunch of stuff in your cart, it all blends together, but they don't really have like a bag to put these things in. So I'm walking through the parking lot trying to hold it as politely as possible, which I think is like this and down at my side. You know, none of this action going on. One thing I can tell you about the experience for sure is that guy in the parking lot with the clipboard and those Girl Scouts selling cookies, they got nothing to say to you. Truth be told, it makes me want to carry an axe around more places. I'm probably going to cover up the sound of this drilling with some music, but I assure you, it's real squeaky. Oh, God. It's like a hurricane in a slide whistle factory. And I promise this is the only smart thing I'm going to do in this whole video, so don't get used to it. What the... What is this made of? That's some damn good string. You know, I hate to say it, but I think I might be putting more effort into the development of a Husky brand tool than anybody else, especially them. That was a huge pain to edit, so I hope you appreciate that. Can't leave those holes without a chamfer. That would be downright unprofessional. Let's see how bad the blowout was on the other side. Yeah, it could be worse. You can tell that I was not keeping the angle of the drill exactly perfect when you look at some of these. But you know, that's scarcely the point here. Just what every axe needs. Don't you just hate these clamshell packages? Ain't that some precise shit? And I just now realized that these two rotate relative to one another. So let's also attempt to keep the glue off of that for ease of installation to the garden hose later. We'll see if this effort succeeds. But honestly, if it doesn't, I do not mind the thought of spinning this thing endlessly, trying to get it onto a hose. I think that would actually be more of an entertaining feature. Oh, this is the stupidest fucking thing. But I'm having fun. Here's where I'm thinking to myself, did I remember to test fit this barb in the hole before I did this? Well, that'll probably do. Okay, I definitely let that epoxy cure for the appropriate amount of time. Let's see. Moment of truth. Nope. Maybe I should have used a shopping bag or something that wouldn't stick both to the epoxy and to the fitting. Or maybe I just shouldn't have done any of this. Alright. Definitely doesn't move super freely, but it moves. Alright. That moves pretty free. Hell yeah. I mean, it's still probably going to be easier to hold the hose and go like this with the axe, but at least it has the appearance of a polished product. The thought just occurred to me to upsize some of these higher holes. Hopefully that will give the water pressure a better chance of escaping out here instead of all just coming out down here. And after that, I promise I'll do my best to keep all the critical thinking from now on to a minimum. Alright, there's pretty much no presentable part of my yard right now because the house is getting worked on. But at least right here, it's very unlikely the neighbors will come by and take a look at what I'm doing, because I doubt I'd be able to explain it. Also, this is difficult enough that I pretty much do have to spin the axe like I thought. Alright, let's see how it works. But first I have to run over to the tap and turn it on. Some of these holes up here seem to be missing water. I think I need to connect them to the pilot hole. They must have missed. But so far, good luck holding on to that. I've added some holes here that will connect that pilot hole to these, giving them some water supply. Hopefully this texture here has not added more grip than the new water will take away. Alright, this is better, but it's definitely not my vision. I gotta get the water coming up through here. I gotta get it. Alright, third time's a charm. I got a good feeling about this one. I deepened these holes and I very painstakingly cleared out all the chips. And hopefully any grip that I added by taking away material here is also going to make the handle weaker and therefore increase the fun factor. All right, that's more like it. This is pretty special. I think this is more along the lines of what I was imagining. All right, good luck holding on to this thing. So I've got to give it a test swing. I don't have anything valuable to swing at, like a piece of firewood, but if I started accomplishing anything of value right now, that would be a massive shift in tone for this video, and I'm not about that. So I'm going to try and smack that pallet. This is the greatest thing I've ever made. I'm kind of surprised that needed so much design revision. I figured the concept here was so simple, it defied improvement. But anyway, I'm pleased that this is successful, and I think this will be a fine birthday present for my friend who is very much like me in many ways. So happy birthday, Paul. Please, for the love of God, don't use this thing.